guys and girls, and welcome to BackAlly Horror. Today, which is the 14th of May, is the Howling's 40th anniversary. So in honour of that anniversary, I thought I'd do a Howling movie review. I look at when I want to review a movie: the aesthetic, the score, the storyline, the characters, and the ending. And obviously with certain films, I'll look at the kills and all that. The Howling is a 1981 horror movie that was made by Joe Dante and stars Dee Wallace as the main character, who is a newsreader and manages to escape by the skin of her teeth a serial killer attack. After having nightmares and obviously going through that trauma, her doctor says that she should go to a mountain psychiatric retreat in order to help her recover her lost memories and hopefully get some better sleep. So that's where we end up, and this is about half an hour into the movie when we finally get there. So this is my first issue that I have with the film. The film itself just takes too long, it's too slow. We're at 30 minutes and nothing has happened. We don't know anything about this serial killer other than we barely know his name. We didn't get to see him, we didn't get to see his MO, who he's killing or why. We just know that there's a serial killer, and Dee Wallace, this random news reporter, and again we don't know why she's involved, is the bait to try and trap him. And she does, but then she goes off to this retreat. Half hour in, too slow, nothing's happened. I mean, you could have started with a really brutal kill, like one kill of the serial killer, which would have just drawn us in automatically, but it didn't. And therefore, because of the slowness, if I didn't know what was going on, I would have been like, what film am I watching? This is like really boring. Like, why am I watching this? This isn't horror at all. But because I know what's happening or like what's going to come, I will continue to watch to find out. It's an hour and a half long film, 30 minutes in and nothing's happened. Too long. So we get to the mountain retreat full of lunatics or crazy people or mentally ill people. The character development at this point isn't working for me. I'm not worried about any characters. I'm not scared for any characters. I'm not hoping that one character dies or one character lives or anything like that. The characters are really bland and boring. There's no oomph or anything like that to them. I can clearly tell which ones are going to be the good guys and which ones are going to be the bad guys. The storyline is also predictable. I can clearly tell that the husband's going to go have an affair with that one over there. He's been starved of any sex life because his missus has gone through a traumatic time and is like having flashbacks and nightmares, so she's not giving him any. But because he's a great husband, he's obviously going to go have an affair rather than pester the missus. That's too obvious, it's too cliche, and I get it that it works in some films, but when your film is already so slow, it's not going to work. Lo and behold, he does have an affair, and before this affair, he gets attacked by a werewolf, and then obviously during their love-making scene by the campfire is when he turns into a werewolf. And I'm like, why are we having this awkward moment where one minute that we're seeing them making love and the next minute we're going to their faces and they're turning into werewolves? It's really, really awkward, and just like the two don't match. And I was really confused at this point as to why she's a werewolf. Like, that makes no sense at all. But in regards to the changing of their faces into a werewolf, it's not bad, it's not awful. But then we zoom out and we see like a cartoon style werewolf, two werewolves, and I'm like, oh my god, what did you just do? Your scene was not good anyway, but you've just gone and ruined that for me now. I was sat there like, no, you did not. Oh my god, you did. Anyway, so we persevere, and so a colleague of Dee Wallace's comes down to help her, and they go through a few things. It turns out that the serial killer is related to Marsha, the woman that Bill has an affair with. Their brother and sister, and her other brother's there as well, and apparently they're all werewolves. So he's been to this mountain retreat, he'd drawn the landscape and everything like that, and his files are also there, and his drawings are there. That's when we see the serial killer come back to life as a werewolf, and we see him transform. He's the first fully transformed werewolf we see in this movie. In regards to the transformation, too long. We've got bubbling, we've got things growing out of every orifice and all that, and nails slowly growing up. It's too long. Halfway through the transformation, I'm like, oh god, okay, I get it, you're a werewolf, can we just get on with it now? And then also, I get that they were trying to make it like that he was going through a painful process, but he didn't look like he was. The action was, but his facial expressions and his noises, they didn't come across like they were painful. It's not like in American Werewolf in London where you watch him transform and you're like, oh my god, that looks absolutely terrifying. It's a movie, but I'm sat there cringing because it looks like he's going through so much pain. This, I'm not getting that vibe at all. And then it goes to the kill scene. I didn't like it. It was too pathetic. She's there like, no, don't kill me, don't kill me. I'm not going to fight you off with a, I don't know, weapon or my fist. I'm not poke you, prod you, punch you, whatever. I'm just going to go, no, don't kill me, don't kill me. It's not working. Like, come on. He looks like he can barely move or do anything at this point because of the animatronics and stuff. Fight back and at least try and make the kill look realistic and cool to watch, but it wasn't. Anyway, we skip all that. Obviously, we've now found out that the doctor is the one that turned all these people into werewolves anyway. And he brings people to the retreat to turn them into werewolves or to basically, you know, eat them so that they don't go out and kill people. Another co-worker and the boyfriend of the co-worker that just died comes with silver bullets to try and rescue Dee and his girlfriend because he doesn't know she's dead. Obviously, he finds out she's dead. And he tries to help Dee Wallace's character survive. He shoots a couple. The doc is apparently happy to die because he's probably been a werewolf for so long. And I'm like, well, if you're happy to die, why are you still bringing people here? Makes no sense. But it happens. He shoots a few of them with silver bullets and then they set the barn on fire. And I'm pretty sure that ain't going to kill none of them. But we leave that scene in the car and then apparently Dee Wallace gets attacked whilst they're driving away. Obviously, she's been scratched or bit, so she's going to turn. So what she decides to do is go on national TV and show the world her turning into a werewolf to basically say, look, werewolves are real, we need to be like worried about these things. As she's turned, she then gets shot with the silver bullet, so obviously she doesn't hurt people then. No one who's watching the news report believes what she's doing is real and it's all fake and CGI, which I kind of understand. If that happened today, we would be like, nah, it's not real. They ain't really a werewolf, there's no such thing. But again, so that was kind of pointless. And what I did not get was the fact that why was Dee Wallace's werewolf cubed? Why did it look like an overgrown Pomeranian? All the other ones, I mean, it's not my style of aesthetic that I would like for a werewolf. I prefer the version of like an American werewolf in London, but it wasn't bad. It looked terrifying, it looked creepy. You know, if you saw that in a dark wood, you'd run as fast as you can, probably still get caught. But why did Dee Wallace look like she was cute and fluffy and I could go and stroke her like a dog? And then we go to a bar where they're watching the news and the news turns off and there's Marsha. She's fine, she's in one piece, she's having a burger with a drunkard. I'm just like, what are you doing? That's the ending of the movie. Really? You could have done a lot better twist than that. Why is she, so is she the only one that survived? Where's the rest of them? Are they coming to attack us now? Because it doesn't exactly look terrifying. It would have been cool if you had a load of werewolves transformed and start howling at the moon as they're coming towards the city or something. Like, we are in actual danger. I watched that film. I was not interested in watching a sequel or seeing what else happened. I wasn't terrified of the werewolf. I wasn't sad that, oh my god, that was like, oh no, no, no. I was bored. There are elements of satire and comedy in there that doesn't pay off. They don't pull through. It's wrong and it just like kind of doesn't belong there. And then the music is also right. So the music on its own is good, but when you try and add suspense with music to a film that's not very suspenseful, it makes the music stand out for all the wrong reasons. So it would do like a really loud boom or, you know, atmospheric music to try and tell us that the werewolf is coming, and I'm just like, oh yeah, the werewolf's coming. So what's your point? It's not scary. We're in daylight. You've not made the werewolf look scary or terrifying. You've not given me any mysticism around the werewolf or anything like that. I have no idea what was going on. Britain has created like some amazing werewolf horror movies. We've had American Werewolf in London, which is a classic, and something like Dog Soldiers, which was absolutely amazing. So I'm kind of like, why did you not get this right? Compared to the book, it would have been an easy adaptation to make, but it just didn't pull off. I didn't enjoy it, as you could probably tell, and as a 40th anniversary present, me doing this review, it kind of wasn't the best one. Overall, out of 10, I'd have to give this movie a 5, and that's not a push. However, I do know that this film does have a very big following of fans, and I would like to know why you Howling fans love this movie so much, because, you know, I could be looking at it through the wrong lens, and I'm always up for your guys' opinion, and maybe it'll change mine, who knows. So that's it for my Howling review today, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of the Howling, this review in the comments below, and don't forget to follow the social media links which are in the description below. Like, subscribe and share this video. Hit the bell icon for notifications for any future videos. Until the next one guys, stay horrid.